Hi, I'm Ellen Watts, author of Cosmic Ordering Made Easier, How to Get More of What You Want More Often. And welcome to video number 15 and tip number 15 in a series of short videos that I'm doing full of little tiny top tips to help you make your cosmic ordering more easier and for you to get more of what you want more often. So I've been uploading lots of tips and videos for the last couple of days, and we're up to tip number 15, and number 15 is very simply this: never place an order in frustration or desperation or anger or jealousy. None of those emotions are useful to you. You can get an order in. I've done one or two in frustration, but you're not going to necessarily like the results you get. I'm going to tell you a really quick story about this. This is one of the ones that I kind of messed up big time. It's good for you to hear what I've done wrong, and then you won't have to make the same mistake. Some years ago, we ended up with 4 cars on our drive. Wasn't planned particularly. What had happened was we had my car, my husband's car, and then what had happened was his car was a Shogun that he'd imported from Japan, and a couple of things kind of went wrong with it, but you couldn't get the parts in this country. You had to order the parts from Japan. So we knew it was going to be sort of off the road for a while. So we did what we thought was a very smart thing. We bought another car, and the idea was that we'd use that, and then when we got our car back on the road, we'd sell that car. The fourth car, was a car that he had imported from Japan for somebody else, and then they'd kind of dropped off. So we had these 2 spare cars, and both of the 2 cars that should have been selling, it was at a time when, it was about 2009, I think it was, and everything had kind of got a bit wrong in the economy. And these cars weren't moving, so now I had 4 cars on the drive. And I was leaving home one morning, and it was getting close to Christmas, and the front of my house looked like a garage forecourt, and I just looked back, and in sheer frustration, because we had guests coming for Christmas, and where are they going to park and all of this sort of thing, and I just looked back and I went, and I want 2 of these cars gone by the end of the week. Now, what I meant was I wanted the Skyline gone, which was the one that Richard imported for somebody else, and I wanted the Carlton gone, which was the spare car. So those 2 cars, and I wanted to get paid good money for them. But in my frustration, that's not what I asked for. So I forgot some of the rules. I forgot to be specific. I forgot to be really positive. And so I want 2 of these cars gone. Well, I'm really going to cut the story short, and it's in the book if you want the long version. But essentially what happened was that very day, the little Mazda that I was driving to Gloucester, and it packed up on the way, and I kept driving it because I was desperate to get to where I was getting to, because I was training that day, and I fried the engine. I completely fried it. It was a write-off. Exit car number 1. I knew what I'd done. But I was still stupid, because what I did then was no. I meant the Carlton and the Skyline. Only thing is now that I've fried the Mazda, Rich came and picked me up from where I was training, because that one was just towed away. That was the end of it. Never saw it again. It wasn't beyond economical repair. Now he said, well, thank goodness we've got a spare car. So now you're driving the Carlton. So what happened was, that was on the Monday that I blew my car up. On the Wednesday, I was driving to Bristol in the Carlton. I did the same thing. This time I saw the indicators started going. I went, I'm not going to fry this one. I'm not carrying on driving. I drove straight over to the hard shoulder, but as I stopped the car, the smoke billowed out from underneath, and I thought, this is not the same thing. And when the A-man came out, I'd blown a gasket beyond economical repair. The only good upside of that was I got to drive the Skyline, which was just amazing. It was a super car, and I sorted it all out, and I put an order in, and that sold beautifully a little bit further down the road, and everything's fine. But I just wanted to tell you, please don't put an order in frustration or fear or jealousy. There is no need for jealousy anyway. If somebody's got something and you want it, you don't have to want theirs. You can create your own. So I hope you've enjoyed that tip. I hope you had a little giggle at my expense. It's good to have these little accidents from time to time. It just reminds you you are dealing with a powerful tool. Be careful what you wish for. People say that all the time. But yeah, the simplest way not to get into that place is to stay in a positive frame of mind and to craft your orders properly and think before you put your orders in. So I hope you are enjoying these tips. That was tip number 15. Never order in fear, frustration, desperation, or anything else, a low level energy things really distorts your order. If you're loving these tips, please keep listening. There's lots more coming. I'm going to be uploading loads over the next few days. If you can't wait, if you just want to get your hands on the whole thing, then please do go to my website and order my book, Cosmic Ordering Made Easier, How to Get More of What You Want More Often. My website is www.ellen-unlimited.com. And if you go there, it's $14.99, free postage and packing. In the little comments box, tell me if you'd like me to sign it for you. I'm very happy to do that for you. And if you want to buy them for your friends, just tell me who you want me to sign it for, and I'll happily dedicate it to them as well. You can buy it in any bookstore across the UK. If they don't have it in stock on the shelf, we'll order it for you. It's in the libraries and it's even on Amazon. But I'd love it to buy you from me because that way we get to keep in touch. Anyway, out of time, so hope you enjoyed tip number 15. Look forward to seeing you on the next video, tip number 16, coming right up.